What are we about to do right now? I'm going to share good news for once. The reason this matters to me, honestly, I have put out a lot of content this month. I've already put up 7 10-minute videos this year. I've decided I want to talk about stories that actually make me have faith in humanity again. Wait a minute. There's a poll right here that says, how is your faith in humanity? 71% of us definitely need some more faith. 27% of us are just done. Wow, 1% of you actually have great faith in humanity. I got up at 7 and it took me until 12 to find 5 stories that were at least recent, relevant, and positive. I would very much like to blame the news for just burying all of their positive stories under like heaps and heaps of trash, basically. Before we get into that, let me do my comment shout out from my last video. This comment shout out goes out to Pumpkin Pasta. D'Angelo isn't self-centered. He's just the only valid human and everyone should know. And I have to agree. I don't think I'm the center of the universe. I just am. Logistically, I am the center of the universe. So for our very first topic, now this story starts off sad, where basically it's about this cat named Patches. Someone said Dream's cat is named Patches. Wait a minute. Can we confirm that Dream's cat is named Patches? Oh, look at this cat. Okay, this is fantastic. Conspiracy. Oh no, this is a completely different cat. Someone said Dream has 16 million on main, 3 million on his second, a massive survival multiplayer, and a bunch of friends. I think the biggest flex is a bunch of friends. Having 16 million subscribers is not that much of a flex. I'm sure you can try harder, but having more than one friend is absolutely a flex I have been flexed on. Now we're going to talk about these mudslides. A wall of mud, debris, and boulders as big as pickup trucks thundered toward the house, sweeping the couple out the front door. Gower clung to the door frame. Her boyfriend reached for her hand. Neither could hold on. And that was it. In one instant, this individual and her house, her cats, and everything was just swept away. Fast forward a few years, this cat came back. A calico cat named Patches had belonged to Josie Gower, one of the 23 people unfortunately killed in the mudslides that hit Santa Barbara, California in 2018. Patches was thought to have died too. So Brianna Hay, Josie Gower's daughter, told NPR that they thought they had lost hope. Her mom's several cats had slept in her garage, which was destroyed during the disaster. But in December, Patches was found alive and roaming the same area she had disappeared in. Just weeks ago, Patches was taken in by the Animal Shelter Assistance Program, and they were able to identify her because of a microchip registered under her name. This is Patches. This cat disappeared for 3 years. Like, the chances of this, it's literally 1 in 7.5 trillion chances that this could have happened. Obviously, I'm happy, but could you imagine holding someone's hand and watching them get swept away and thinking that was it? But then 3 years later, someone hands you their cat back. This is like actually magical, unironically. Second story I want to go over. It's about this dude right here, John Hollis. With his roommate in dire health from the coronavirus last spring, it did not take much for John Hollis to believe he would also contract a highly infectious, deadly disease. Like the other story, we're starting off a bit sad. He thought he was going to die because his roommate got it and he thought he was next. Turns out that Hollis unknowingly already had COVID-19. Hollis, 54, a former journalist, learned that his blood is fortified with so-called super antibodies, which even when diluted 10,000 times, still resist COVID-19. This man has ascended blood. Someone said he's got the main character immunity. Yes. Not long after they returned from London and Paris, Hollis experienced congestion, which he associated with the normal sinus issues that come with that time of year for him. The symptoms passed quickly, but his roommate became ill with COVID-19 for a month. Fearing for his friend, Hollis stood by his door and listened for movement to ensure that he was still alive. Hollis consistently wiped down the townhouse they shared and confined himself to his bedroom. The man was literally doing everything. Someone said he's a king. He is. I really like this story. Either way, I do know that I've long preached to my son that we all share a responsibility to make the world a better place than it was when we arrived. Never in a million years could I have envisioned this being how I might help do just that. Here's the real reason I wanted to talk about this story, okay? This is highlighting a person who did everything right at every stage. The self-isolation, making sure that he was not spreading it to other people, helping take care of his roommate, which he unfortunately and unknowingly gave COVID to. I appreciate this on the science level, but I appreciate this more so on the personal level of somebody actually following social distancing and COVID regulations and winding up in the news. The only time people wind up in the news for COVID-19 usually is because they were throwing parties or contracting it en masse, and I hate it. Our third story is about a kid on Twitch. When I saw this earlier, I was like, well, this doesn't sound like a good news story. How do you lose all of your followers overnight? Everything fell apart for Nathan when he found his Twitch followers disappear overnight. Before the fiasco, the Minecraft streamer boasted over 21,000 followers. In 2 years of his hard work, went in vain. Now, one thing I did wonder is how the heck does this kid have his name on Twitch? Like, his username is literally twitch.tv/Nathan. He was consistently at 20K, and the moment he hit 21,000 followers, he lost 20,000 followers. I know it says 15K because he got them back, but we're not there yet. Nathan tweeted out of nowhere, I lost my entire platform on Twitch with over 21,000 followers. Guess what Twitch did for this kid? Nothing. Somebody on their website lost 20,000 followers overnight. Twitch said, not our problem. When you only have 20,000 followers, sometimes you will just not get a response at all. Someone in chat said, Twitch said, I pretend I do not see it. That's Twitch. Oh wait, where's the meme? Twitch, when one of their creators loses all of his followers instantly because there's something going wacky on their website. You may be wondering, like, what does this have to do with the good news stream? Even though Twitch did not restore it, he slowly wound up gaining all of his followers back. He got bumped back up to 15K, even though Twitch was doing nothing about this. He is now currently sitting right back at 20,000 followers. He said, just 48 hours after losing my community, we hit 20K. I'm so blessed with the amount of support I've received from the community. Thank you all. This week has been the worst, but also best week of my life. The one we're about to do right now is about space car. Space car. I don't even have like a point. It's space car. This is part of the space car. I'll zoom in. Yes, this is what this car's paint job looks like. This literally looks edited. It looks unreal. I would love to see this in real life. Bro, that is space juice. The man has space juice in a bucket. Oh my gosh. It has like forbidden snack energy. Bruh. Space car. How? It literally looks like it has the fabric of space-time applied as a coat of paint. There is one point during the stream where I opened a portal in my room into actual space itself. And I figure, in the spirit of the space car, I think it's time to open another portal. I've created the highest level of vibe on Twitch right now. I have to resist the urge to just sit here for an additional 30 minutes. We have peaked. This is peak vibes. So I saw the story and it gave me mixed feelings right off the bat. Upset by veterans who stormed the Capitol, these vets decided to clean up trash the mob left on the streets of DC. On January 6th, a group of people rushed through security and broke into the Capitol building. On his commute home to Germantown, Smith spotted remnants of Wednesday's riot strewn around the streets. Trash littered and signs with stickers with racist and fascist symbols and messages were all over the place. On January 10th, close to 200 volunteers congregated at McPherson Square. They fanned out and spent 2 hours collecting Stop the Steal and other pro-Trump paraphernalia that had been littered during the riots. It's basically a street sweep. Literally not paid. They were just like, you know what? I don't like what I'm seeing. I'm going to do something about it. Can we talk about how they're all wearing masks, by the way? How the Capitol Raiders were all maskless and just spreading COVID all over the place by blinking, whereas all of these people have organized properly. I looked into this Continue to Serve place. It says, we are veterans and we can stay silent no more. Whether this be to stand up for the Black Lives Matter movement, fighting for immigration rights, or holding law enforcement and the federal government accountable for their actions, we must hold our oath to support and defend the Constitution and the citizens it represents. I honestly support like everything they're saying. For anyone who may have missed it, the Oscar-nominated actor Elliot Page came out as transgender in a beautifully written public statement yesterday. We found a group of people on the internet that don't hate trans people. Growing up, we learned a lot of rules for how to interact with society in a polite, respectful way. We say please and thank you. We hold doors for people when they might be struggling to carry something. We make room on the bus for older folks to sit down, because one of the most basic parts of living in a society is trying not to make it hard for other people to live there too. In order for society to exist peacefully, we have to make sure that everyone has the same opportunity to participate in it. Oh snap, chat. I successfully made a purchase without doxing myself. This was our first on-stream donation, I think. But I love these people. I do. Continue to serve.net. Partnered with March On. This was the good news stream. I woke up this morning and I said, I'm only going to talk about things that make me happy. I think it's very important to remind yourself, whereas things are pretty awful and we do kind of live in the underworld a little bit, there are still beautiful people out there doing beautiful things and you can find them. Anyway, what have we learned from this? If you want to see a good news story, you basically have to be the good news yourself, because outside of that, literally nothing good happens in this world in this year. Anyway, I'll be here all week, folks, at 2 p.m. Central Time. If it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm uploading a new video here. If it's Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, that means I'm going live over on Twitch. So basically what I'm trying to say is I'll see you tomorrow, unless of course tomorrow is Sunday, in which case just watch this video again. Okay, bye.